What's up, everybody? This is the Fame City Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am PS Rocket here with
Worth HTX in the building, guys.
my good friend Worth HTX. Good to see you today, man.
Thank you.
Have we ever recorded on a Friday? I don't know if we've ever done that. We've done Wednesday, Tuesday, Saturday. I don't think we've ever done Friday.
We might as well do it every day of the week just to make it official.
Me and Worth are very popular, so we always do things on Friday. And today just happens to be one of those days where we didn't.
Yeah.
Do you want me to bring up the fact why we're recording this? Do you want me to talk about you and your illness from a few days ago? Or do you just want to leave that ambiguous?
Well, don't
Let's see that in an instant replay.
don't put it like that. Illness. I don't got that.
Now I brought it
that
up.
Rona, guys. So I'm good.
He didn't have the Rona. He's fine. He was. We actually recorded some of this footage before, but it didn't look right, and Worth was just out of it. Didn't have
Allergies.
The normal, it didn't have the normal energy, so we got to redo it. Which is fine because that gives us another opportunity to talk about PFK.
Oh my God!
Playing for Keeps energy drinks, which I had to call them late last night,
Lord.
and I had to say, I know you just provided the energy. We need another set because me and Worth are recording, and they said no problem. We'll overnight it. And they FedExed us some brand new energy drinks.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, PFK. You guys when I say you come through in the clutch, I mean every word of that. So man, let's get this cracking today on a beautiful Friday in Fame City. 3, 2, 1. That was a good crack.
That's a classic right there.
Guys, I'm liking this podcast already. This is great. This may be one of our best, or it could be our worst. I don't know.
Ooh. Just at the right temperature. Oh my God. Tasteful.
This is good. This is good stuff. This is
Even people with a Guzia can taste this.
This is the same feeling I had walking out of Endgame. This is what I'm feeling right now. Excitement, wonder, bewilderment, everything. It's wonderful.
If you keep talking, I'm going to feel like how I did coming out of Eternals.
Hey, there's shitting on Eternals. Number 1. There we go. We got it in.
Absolutely.
Thank you. That's a long-standing tradition. So a few days.
We got a new Black Panther, by the way.
Oh, I just noticed that.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's in the little car.
I don't know if you can see it on any of these footages, but I don't know why we have a stunning collection of Black Panther, and your shirt is Black Panther, obviously. I snagged that for Worth.
He bought this for me, guys. Amazing. You got an eye for Marvel shirts.
I'm trying, man. I have no idea. This is my Ant-Man shirt, probably the only Ant-Man shirt that exists that anybody would wear, and I own the only one. So it was a few days at this point. I think it was just about a week ago. At this point now, they released the first trailer, other than the little snippet that we saw on Disney D12 or whatever their show was. But this was actually their first full-length trailer for Moon Knight. Yes. So we had an opportunity, which is good because now we've got a full week. I've looked at some people breaking it down, not new rock stars level breaking it down, but more just on a
frame for frame, dude.
Yeah, so sorry, I don't have that kind of patience for that, but I will say we had a chance to watch the trailer, and I told Worth this a few days ago. I said, man, this is going to be kind of an interesting step for them. This is the first character that we haven't seen before on a Disney Plus show. So we've seen them introduce characters in the movies and everything, but now we have 6 episodes with this character and a very unique character, a character that has a lot of layers, a lot of levels, and he's right smack there in the middle of our he sticks out really, really strongly.
He does.
He's so bright. He's so white. So, first of all, we've got, I want to actually run down because I don't think we did this last time we talked.
Okay.
So we have Oscar Isaac playing Mark Spector, who is Moon Knight. They announced that months ago, and I'm like, that fits well. I'm okay with that. I like Oscar Isaac.
But you've always said like Marvel does a great job casting.
Yes, I always say, their casting has always been superb, with the exception of a few hit and misses. I would say most of the time, like 98% of the time, they get it right.
Yeah.
And I'm not bringing up Brie Larson because I think she's terrible.
But you did.
But I just did. Dang it. Okay. All right. Okay. That's my Eternals thing. As I have to crap on Brie Larson too.
Okay.
But no, Oscar. I always say Oscar Isaac. And Oscar Isaac has kind of proven himself in these superhero roles, in the Star Wars roles. He did. He played Poe in the Star Wars trilogy, and he played Apocalypse in the terrible X-Men Apocalypse movie. But that wasn't his fault. That was just it is what it was. The X-Men movies.
Do you remember the film that he was in where he like designed this robot that looked human? And the robot turned on him. It got the AI got so smart. It was actually a woman. He could make out with it and everything.
Oh Lord!
And it actually turned on him and like killed him in his own place and left him.
Let's see.
It's a great movie, dude. I don't know how you didn't see it.
Oh, is that Ex Machina? Is that what you're talking about?
Is that what it's called?
I think that's what you're talking. Yeah. Science
Robot
fiction,
was so hot.
2014.
Oh my god, that robot was so hot.
Yes. Okay. So that Ex Machina. No, I have never seen that before.
See it when you get a chance, and come back and see me.
That's not weird at all.
Okay.
No, I'll have to check that out. No, I had no idea. I've never seen that one before.
Okay, but what were you getting at before
So
I cut you off?
I was saying, so Oscar Isaac, I think, especially what we've seen now in the trailer, I like this approach that he's taking with it. Because you know what, I honestly don't know how Mark Spector would act as Moon Knight. I don't know what kind of character this is. You get an idea with Bruce Banner, like the kind of nerdy guy he was, then he turns into the Hulk. You get Thor, he's a Norse god. You get Captain America. You understand these characters kind of from the comics, and how they translate to the screen is easy. I didn't get any vibe from anything that I've read on Moon Knight. So this is kind of his one approach to this, and he's kind of taking it and doing his own thing with it. So,
and he's really acting. He's like on some like Academy Award type of acting.
Legit, yes.
You know what I mean? And not like MCU humor type stuff. They're really getting into it, almost like the DC did Joker recently. How it was more serious.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that, right?
Yeah. So I'm getting that vibe from it for sure.
Yeah.
We also have Ethan Hawke playing Arthur Harrow.
Ethan?
Oh, Ethan Hawke, yes. I only ever know him from Training Day. He's been in a ton of movies. That's the only thing I ever remember him from.
That's the classic. I mean, he was in like in a Western movie type of deal, right?
He was in the Purge movies. He
was?
Yeah, he's had roles, but like every time I think of him, I'm like, you were with Denzel, you were the white guy, and you were the rookie that and
Damn,
Denzel
they got
trained.
your head blown off.
Yeah, so it's like, man, I think of him in the bathtub in that whole scene. Yeah, so
and
sorry.
you said he in this show he's like a manipulator.
Yeah, so he is described as this cult leader. So it's almost like a David Koresh, kind of like a Jim Jones kind of character. So someone that has a lot of mental control over people, and I think how that's going to play with Mark Spector, Moon Knight, I think I like where kind of that dynamic would go. Yeah. So I think Ethan Hawke's a good choice for that. For whatever reason, these kind of one-off characters always seem to work on these Disney Plus shows. Like I think of Owen Wilson, like how he played, I forgot his freaking name. Do you
The
remember?
agent?
Yeah, the agent. Do you remember his name? I don't remember it
Yeah,
at all.
he's a
Yeah, okay. So, but
no, like Echo.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, like
Just
they had
in
like
Hawkeye. So it's like these kind of one-off villains, or what we think is one-off villains. They usually do a really, really good job, and in most cases they get at least a little bit fleshed out, so you kind of know their whole backstory. They're not rushed or anything, or they're not trying to follow 10 characters in a 2-hour movie or anything like that. That would be ridiculous. Why would Marvel ever do that? But so the idea behind Moon Knight, Mark Spector, is this multiple personality.
Yeah.
So that's
skits. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Schizophrenia?
schizophrenia. There's a lot of layers to it.
Yeah.
And basically, how this Moon Knight character works, at least in the comics, we'll see if this gets translated to the movies.
Yeah.
Is he plays legit 3 identities, 3 actual physical people that exist in their own minds and do their own things. And that's why when we saw the trailer, he mentions his name is Steven or Stevie, whatever it was. So Steven is actually one of his characters named Stephen Grant. So it's an identity that has in his mind and taken over.
So these are identities that he's really acting out, leaving the house as, going to work as,
like
doing everyday thing as, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so when he's Steve and in that room and all that, there is no
He's
Mark
at work.
Spector. That's him. That's his life.
Yeah.
So where does this come to make a superhero? So we talked a lot about, we want to bring up, hopefully this will get brought up somewhere in the series because it's such a big part of his character. But the Egyptian moon god, that's the one. I struggled to find his name last time we talked, but Kenoshu, and I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. I'm going to be a little bit confident. Usually I can't pronounce anything, but I want to say Kenoshu. That's this Egyptian moon god. So how that actually correlates with him and gives him his powers and anything like that, I don't know. We're going to have to wait to see the series, how that exactly fits in. But yeah, so this is a kind of a interesting approach to Marvel, bringing in a character like this that has that many layers and kind of that many personalities, and is I mean, there's a lot to him. My God, if you ever looked at the backstory of Moon Knight, he's kind of all over the place, and he's been around for a while. So his first appearance was 1975. So there's a lot of line with him.
Yeah.
And he's not just a solo guy. He's been in teams. He's been on West Coast Avengers. I brought that up. One of my favorite iterations of the Avengers, West Coast, led by Hawkeye. If you didn't know that. The Secret Avengers, the regular Avengers, the Defenders. I mean, you know about the Defenders.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy's got around. So I don't know. What are your? I don't want to get hype meter right now because we tried to do the hype meter last time we talked, but I'm like, it's hard to find a number for this. This is a new character, and it's one thing to get hyped for like Loki because we know about his show, but
Yeah.
like I don't know what kind of approach they're taking. So
I'm about as hyped for this as I am with Morbius. I mean, it's so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I want to
Yeah.
see it, of course. But back to the actor portraying the role.
Oscar
I mean,
Isaac.
dude, listen to this, man. Think about how many different. You're basically having to act as 4 or 5 completely
Yes.
different people.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have to have some real talent and skill to be able to do that and pull that off, man.
Yeah, 4 completely different people,
Yeah.
different personalities. I'm kind of wondering. That's why I'm like, you're kind of taking a risk there because I'm not. It gets kind of tricky when you have somebody portraying that many characters and you got to try to make this cohesive and cohesive. If I could use 2 3-syllable words. If through a 6-episode span. So how Oscar Isaac is going to pull this off, man, I'm absolutely jacked for it. I think it's going to be awesome. I got all the faith in the world for him and Marvel Studios. I don't really think they've given us too bad of their TV shows.
Yeah.
It's just that this character, I would just want to see how they approach it. And I also said this to a buddy of mine that I work with. I said, I don't want to see him in this show, and then after 6 episodes, it's like, okay, it's almost like, okay, I'm just going to hang out here. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you got to get into a movie. I want to see you run into other characters, you know?
At the end of the show, he's like perched at the top of a building, and
Yes.
they like zoom out and
Yeah.
stuff into the city.
I was like, yeah.
And it's like, where does it go from here, dude?
Yeah, I'm just going to hang out here for a while. It's like, no, go somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, go find Thor or something. Like,
Yeah.
Who the hell are you guys?
Who am I? Who the fuck are you?
that's what I want to see. That's what everybody wants to see. And I think Marvel knows that. But, like, that's the joy that, why Fame City it loves Marvel characters is we get a chance to see them interact on the screen. We got Daredevil and Spider-Man sitting at the same table. We got Wilson Fisk fighting Kate Bishop. It's stuff like that we love to see. So I'm hoping we see more of it. But it's got to start with this show, man. We got to start with how this show is going to work and how it's going to be pulled off. So fingers crossed. I think you put your hype meter originally at about a 6, and that's probably fair, right?
It's probably went down since then. So it's going down as the days go on.
I'm not trying to end this on a sad note or a sad, but we just we found this out a couple nights ago, so it is worth mentioning. And I don't know how to say his name, so I'm sorry, but Gaspard is his first name. I don't know how to say that last name. He's the French actor. He's going to be portraying character Midnight Man, which is one of Moon Knight villain. But he passed away. I guess maybe a week ago or something like that.
Yeah.
In a skiing accident, and it's awful to hear. He'd been acting for a while, and this was kind of his approach to Marvel. So we're going to see how his performance is. And what's going to suck is it's probably going to be an awesome performance.
Yeah.
And then we won't ever get to see it again. So
Yeah.
so shout out to him.
Unfortunately, man.
R.I.P. Man. I'm sorry that happened to you. Be careful. Wear a helmet out there, people. But yeah, it's what it is. But so as far as hype goes, I would say, I'm about middle. I want to see where this is going. I need another trailer. Not really necessarily one that's going to show more of the series, but I need a trailer that's going to give me more of the Moon Knight character and not so much Mark Spector. So
him in costume actually fighting or
I want to see what his actual deal is, how he's going to how his interaction is going to be in the suit, because I think that's going to be like the selling point and the big point. So I definitely want to see more of that. So hopefully we'll see that in another trailer. And what did we say? March 30th, I think was that the release on it?
I believe so. March 30th.
March 30th.
We're going to see somebody in there, man. We're going to see somebody from the MCU or Marvel show, or mention at least. But he's got to have a villain or some type of guy that he fights. That's some type of that's on this board. Hopefully on this poster. What if he runs into Iron Fist? That'd be great.
Or Unitit. We talked about Unitit before, and maybe we might get her first MCU appearance, which would make Fame City extremely happy.
That's a double D, by the way, guys.